Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys basic exercises to do to effectively train your triceps. So let's get right into it. Alright, so first of all, the tricep as a whole is made up of 3 heads. The medial head, the lateral head, and the long head. So all we want to do is you want to target each one of these heads with a combination of exercises in your workout. So it's important to keep in mind that with every tricep exercise you do, all 3 heads are somewhat involved or somewhat engaged. Doing different exercises, you can emphasize which head you're particularly targeting. This is where the muscle-mind connection plays a huge role. So if you don't know what muscle-mind connection is, it's when you only focus when doing an exercise to contract a certain part of the muscle group. So for example, you're training your triceps and you want to engage your medial head, so your only focus with that exercise would be to engage the medial head. So this muscle-mind connection only gets better as you get better and better with lifting and have more experience with lifting. So don't get discouraged if you don't get it straight away. So I'll start off by giving you guys a range of exercises for tricep that hit each one of these heads of the tricep, and then you guys can give it a go and see what works best for you. So let's focus on the medial head first. The medial head is the head that's closest to your body and it's on the inner part of your tricep. So the best exercises that you can do to focus on this medial head is underhand tricep push down and close grip bench press. So you can either do close grip bench press on a normal bench press, or you can do it with an easy bar on a normal bench. So as long as you have your shoulders tucked in and you're driving the movement by engaging your triceps, you'll engage your medial head. So the underhand tricep push down is pretty straightforward, but you have to make sure that you go lighter in weight because you have to keep strict form to engage the medial head with this movement. What I recommend you guys do, and what's worked for me, is to choose one of these exercises when you're doing triceps and when you're targeting the medial head, and switch it out for another exercise. So if you start doing close grip bench press, switch it out for the underhand tricep push down, so you can have a variety of exercises that's targeting the same medial head. So now let's move on to the lateral head. So the lateral head is the head that you see from the outside of your tricep, and it has the shape of a horseshoe. Some of the exercises that you can do to target this area would be dips and rope tricep push down. With dips you can do it assisted on the machine with the weights or unassisted depending on your lifting experience. As your lifting experience increases, you can start to do progressive overload, which is continually stressing your muscle in different ways so that it grows. And if you guys haven't checked out my video on progressive overload, make sure you check out the link in the description below and you guys can get a good idea of that. So when you utilize progressive overload, you can do weighted dips instead of normal body weight dips, so you can increase the weight when you do weighted dips as well. So rope tricep push downs are pretty straightforward as well. Make sure you go light on this exercise as well. To fully engage the lateral head, make sure you twist out your wrists at the end. As with the medial head, for the lateral head, I recommend you guys do one exercise and then switch it out for the other one as time goes on, so that your body is not getting used to the same exercise over and over again. So moving on to the long head of the triceps. This is the biggest head of your triceps, so you want to be ideally putting more effort into training this head of your triceps compared to the other heads of the triceps, which is why I recommend that you guys choose 2 exercises for this head of the tricep compared to 1 exercise in the other heads of the triceps. So therefore you guys will have 4 exercises in total for triceps, which is a good number to be working with. This amount of exercises would change with the type of routine that you're doing. If you're doing a push-pull legs routine, you would only incorporate 1 to 2 exercises for triceps, compared to when you're doing a bro split, you can do 4 exercises for triceps easily. If you're doing a push-pull legs routine, you have to choose which head you're going to focus on in that particular session and keep switching it with every session. And if you guys haven't seen my video on training splits and seeing which training split is best for you, make sure you check out the link in the description below as well to get a good idea. So some of the best exercises to target your long head of the triceps would be skull crushes with the easy bar and overhead tricep extensions. So you'll be working your long head of the triceps if your arms are overhead. So for overhead tricep extensions, you can alternate between doing it with a dumbbell and you can do it with cables as well. Also, if you're doing it with cables, you can alternate the angle that you're doing it in, which again goes back to the progressive overload, which you're introducing your muscle to some sort of stress that it's not been through, so you can get more growth out of that as well. So with skull crushes, form is key. Form is pretty much key with every exercise, but there are some exercises you can get away with small error in form. With something like skull crushes, you would be normally doing it with lighter weight, which encourages error in form as well. Since the weight is light, you would be encouraged to swing it back and forth, and you would be encouraged to do faster reps since the weight is light. flight. So you want to mindfully slow down and do the exercise properly and engage the long head fully. So those are all the exercises that you can do to target each head of the triceps. With all these exercises, make sure you have some variety each time you do them to ensure that your triceps keep continually growing instead of hitting plateaus, and to make sure that you don't get used to the same movement over and over again. And when I say variety, I mean incorporating maybe barbell instead of dumbbells and cables instead of dumbbells, and changing angles in which you do exercises so that you encourage more growth over time. So I have pretty much given you guys the basic information on tricep exercises to do to hit each part of the tricep. But if you want more information in depth of how these exercises work, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments, or even a quick Google search or a YouTube search will give you guys the answers that you want to find. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today and took some value out of it. Definitely make sure to leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this. I'll be uploading a new video every week, so make sure to look out for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.